Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my top 10 Thanksgiving prep tips. I know this video is kind of late. A lot of people already shared all of their Thanksgiving tips, so hopefully you'll still find it helpful. For me, I'm not even really getting started until about a week before Thanksgiving. I really don't need to stress myself out any sooner than that. So I thought I would share with you the top 10 things that I'm going to be doing this week and next week in preparation for Thanksgiving. And I also want to let you know about some upcoming videos. So this week I am going to do what I'm calling a week in review, and I'm going to be reviewing some items that I think might be helpful for you guys in the upcoming holiday season. One is going to be luggage for those of you that are traveling. One is going to be a bougie bag on a budget that is just a beautiful designer bag that is very inexpensive and could be a great Christmas gift, or it could just be a nice bag to have for all of the holiday parties and things that you're attending. And then I'm finally going to be sharing with you guys my coffee pot review, which will hopefully be very helpful for the upcoming holiday season if you're looking for either a new coffee pot, a coffee pot as a holiday gift, or just which one to use, which one makes the best coffee for entertaining. So I've been working really hard on that one, and I've gone through so many coffee pots, so I'm excited to finally wrap that up and share it with you. All right, so I'm gonna get started with my top 10 items that I am going to be addressing in the next week or two. So the first one, I already did this, is order the turkey. So we have a local farm that sells turkeys fresh, and I have to order like in September to get the turkey that I want because there's only so many to go around. So I did already order my turkey. And then the next thing is to make your guest list so you know how many people you're feeding, so that you know how many place settings you need to put out, how many chairs to have. Make sure that you go ahead and just message your friends and family. I just do it from my phone. I don't send invitations anymore. I'm not formal like that. And plus it's just a great way if you send out like a group text message that everybody can send feedback in regards to if they're attending, what they're bringing, who's coming with them. Sometimes an entire family can't come because somebody's working and things like that. So it's just nice to have kind of a group conversation going. So that is how I send out my invite list. And then once you know how many people are coming, you can start planning your menu. So that is my third tip, is to plan the Thanksgiving menu. And going by your guest list, I know for myself, a lot of people tend to bring certain dishes every year. So I'll reach out to them and say, can you bring this again? Or I'll just say in general, hey, what can you help to provide for the meal? Can you bring an appetizer or a dessert or a side dish? And then again, in that group message, everybody will say what they're bringing. So I don't have to worry about duplicates. Everybody can read the link and know who's bringing what. And I can cross those items off on my list, and I could just write, you know, next to their name what it is that they're bringing. So here is my list for 2019, and I have it categorized. I have the appetizers up here, and then I have different types of bread. The main course obviously is the turkey, and then I have all my side dishes. On the back I have the desserts and then all of the drinks. So whenever somebody tells me they're going to bring something, I'll just write their name right next to it. Some of my kids are making things also, so I'm putting their name next to the dish that they want to make. So that's been super helpful. Also, what has helped me a lot over the years, you guys have probably seen it before because I've shared it before, is my Thanksgiving binder. My Thanksgiving binder helps me with my menu planning for the holidays, so I can go through and see what recipes I've made in the past, and I write notes on all of the pages so I know if I want to make it again or if it didn't go over so well. And I keep even the recipes that did not go over so well, so I'm careful not to make it again. But it's a great reference for me over the years to have all of my pie recipes and side dish recipes in this binder so that I can reference it every Thanksgiving and decide which recipes I'm going to make. So along with having my menu, I can go ahead and go through my binder and see exactly what recipes I plan on preparing, and I usually will add some new things to it as well if there's a new dish that I want to try. Okay, my fourth tip is to make your shopping list. Once you have your menu set and you know everything that you're going to be making, you can take the time to go through your pantry and see if you have some of the items that you need, and you can make a list of everything else that you still need to buy. This I do try to do at least a week before Thanksgiving. I slowly start to add things to my grocery list, and I pick things up when they're on sale, and I just try to slowly shop for Thanksgiving rather than doing it all in one big trip, because sometimes I get overwhelmed and I feel like I end up forgetting certain things. So like this past week, I picked up a bunch of canned goods that I need. I have some frozen foods that I need. Next, I'll be getting maybe some frozen pies for those that are not going to be homemade. I know we have a couple of homemade ones, but I also like to have just a lot of different options for dessert, so I'll probably pick up some things like that. So it's a great way to take a look at everything that you're making on your menu, and right next to that, just have your little shopping list going so you know exactly what you need to buy. Okay, number 5 on my list is to see what dishes you need, and this has always been a challenge for me because I always come up short with this particular step. Sometimes I find myself needing to borrow some casserole dishes or bowls, and that's fine if you have a friend or a family member who can bring like an extra bowl for you just to put out mashed potatoes or whatever the case may be, because sometimes you just don't have enough for a dinner that big because it's not something that you host every single day. This year I actually went out and bought a couple of casserole dishes because I was just short on them anyway, and I had to buy a whole new set of glasses because I have a tendency to drop glasses and shatter them all of the time. So I have broken 12 glasses in the past year. Some broke in the not in the microwave. Some broke in the dishwasher for some crazy reason. They were coming out of the dishwasher broken, so I invested in a new set of glasses. That was one of the things that I needed for the holiday season. I also bring out my Christmas dishes this time of year, so it's very exciting for me. I have the dishes that I used growing up and my mom gave them to me. They're really nothing fancy. They were a holiday dish set from Walmart, probably from back in the 80s, like late 80s or early 90s, but we used them when I was a child, so it's fun for me to use them now with my children, and they only come out on Thanksgiving. I use them for Thanksgiving dinner and for Christmas dinner, so I want to make sure I have the opportunity to use them on Thanksgiving Day. And this is so much fun for me because I pull them all out and I wash them, and I have my wine glasses that are beautiful from Arby's. They were like 99 cents from Arby's a long time ago, and I absolutely love them. So I take all of those dishes out and I wash and dry them and just make sure that they're all ready for our Thanksgiving dinner. Something else I always seem to fall short with is all of my utensils, my forks and knives and spoons. I have a tendency to not have enough of those things, and luckily I got a set for Christmas last year from my mother, so I'm going to be taking those out this year, so I know I have plenty of utensils and plenty of serving spoons too. That's another one you might want to make sure that you have enough of. So once I have all of my dishes and I know I have enough to serve all of the dishes that I want to, I put sticky notes on the dishes so that I can specify this one is for stuffing, this one's for mashed potatoes, this one's for sweet potatoes, so that I know each dish what it's designated for, and it's so much easier on Thanksgiving Day to just pull the one with the appropriate tag on it. Okay, step number 6 is to make sure that you have all of the linens that you need, and this is pot holders and kitchen towels and just dish rags, the napkins, the tablecloth, placemats, all of those things. Make sure that they're clean and ready to go for Thanksgiving. I go through so many dish towels because we're washing so many dishes and drying them, so I try to make sure I have a nice clean stack of those out, as well as fresh hand towels in all of the bathrooms, and of course having a lovely tablecloth set out with, I use usually cloth napkins on the holidays and I wrap them in little napkin holders, so that's always fun to do too. Step number 7 is to, if you haven't done so already, maybe put out some of your Thanksgiving and fall related decor, whether it's a nice wreath on the door, or if you have, sorry, somebody, of course, every time somebody's mowing the lawn, but I'm almost done, so I have to keep going. So if you have kind of Thanksgiving towels, hand towels, kitchen towels, little scarecrows, whatever it is, it's just nice to kind of brighten things up around the house and make it festive for the fall. So I like to put out those little touches. I shared with you guys previously, like a week ago, my Thanksgiving decor. I don't have very much of it, but I do like what I have, and it's just really cute to put out for Thanksgiving Day. Step number 8 is to make sure that you use up and clean out the stuff in your fridge and your freezer and your pantry. My kids are already complaining that we have no food in the house, but you need that space as you're purchasing things for Thanksgiving dinner. I know my pantry gets pretty packed with stuff, so much so I usually have bags of groceries like stashed away in my dining room because I can't possibly fit everything in my pantry, but it's a great time to use up all of those freezer meals that you have. Check what meats you need to cook that you already have in your freezer. Use any leftovers in the fridge. Just try to clear out as much as you possibly can to make space for all of the Thanksgiving food and for all of the leftovers you're going to be having. Step number 9 is to already know what you're wearing, what your kids are wearing, have your outfits planned. This is such an added stress that I often deal with on Thanksgiving, is the not knowing what to wear, and we're so busy in the kitchen and we're trying to watch the parade with the kids, and you just really want to enjoy the day. And it's always a challenging day for me to figure out what to wear because I want to look nice, but I want to be comfortable. And it's kind of a busy day because you're working a lot in the kitchen. So you don't want to wear anything too formal or nice, but you want to look well put together. So definitely put some thought into that and make sure that you lay it out the night before. Same goes for the kids. If you want them to look cute that day, you know, sometimes my kids just throw on whatever and they don't always look incredibly well put together, but on the holidays when family is visiting, I want them to look nice. So I double check and see what they're wearing and make sure it's appropriate and just make sure that we're all set for the day. And then my final tip, which this is one of my biggest stresses, is to make sure that all of the appetizers and drinks are put out and ready to go prior to your guest's arrival. And this means having a space to put it. Make sure you have an area maybe designated in your kitchen where you're serving wine and coffee and soft drinks where people can just go and help themselves. Just make sure it's kind of in their face because you're so busy in the kitchen and it's hard when people are constantly asking for things and wanting things, but if you have everything already put out and ready to go, it's just going to help you a ton. Also having appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, chips, just little finger food, cheese and crackers and pepperoni, and I've made quiche in the past, and just whatever you can have for when your guests arrive. They're already hungry. Usually Thanksgiving dinner is at a weird time of day. It's not at lunchtime, it's not at dinner time, it's somewhere in between, and most people are starving when they arrive at your house. I know that's the case with my family. They are like incredibly hungry when they arrive, so I like to make sure there are snacks already out so that my husband can make the turkey without feeling pressured on time and feeding people because they're starving. So that is super important. Probably my most important tip, to have everything laid out and ready to go so that when people arrive, they can just relax and eat and drink and be satisfied until the turkey comes out of the oven. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed my Thanksgiving prep tips for 2019. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I missed or if there's anything that you recommend doing to prepare for Thanksgiving. I'm really excited about some of the upcoming videos I plan on sharing with you guys. Don't forget to check out my week in review, and hopefully I'll have a holiday gift guide coming sometime soon, and maybe Vlogmas. We'll see. Thanks so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I hope you're all having a great week, and I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.